Okay, checking it out. Hi, everyone. I'm live again. So today's live appearance is a breathwork practice, a midday work break breathwork practice, and then I'll be doing a live Q&A about my 40-day program, Rhythm in Action, that is happening starting on Monday, and the cart closes for that program on Sunday. And I'll also be announcing a special bonus offer that is to incentivize you to make your decision and sign up by tomorrow afternoon. So that would mean, scheduling your 20-minute call if you haven't already, and getting any specific questions you have answered, and then signing up or committing, and you will get the bonus offer. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's breathe first and connect with ourselves, and then we'll get to the Q&A. Okay, so whether you're at home or at work will depend kind of what posture you take. I would recommend lying down if you can. I'm going to stay seated up because I'm live. And but if you're at work, you could just take a really good, nice posture where your hip bones are in contact with the ground, and there's some extension with your chair, and there's some extension up through the back of your crown. Okay. So we'll start with just getting air moving. So air in, air out. Big inhales, big exhales. You can look at my torso and see as much breath as possible is coming in and moving out. Hey, Gabby. Notice breath is in and out of the nose. On your next big inhale, bring as much air in as possible and hold the breath in. Soften your belly and soften your chest, and then soften your exhale. So this might cause a little bit of dizziness, but just passes quickly. We'll do that 2 or 3 more times. Big inhale. Maybe inhale a little more. Soften internally the fascia of the belly and the chest, and then allow your exhale to happen. Good. Last time, big inhale. Soften the belly and the chest, and then soften the exhale. We'll make an effort to bring the breath in and down, belly, side ribs, and then upper back and shoulders expand with breath as you inhale. And then a passive quality, an allowing quality to the exhale for 4 or 5 rounds. It's this passive and allowing quality on the exhale that allows for our energy to shift and to move into a receptive place. The noon hour is a good time to check in and breathe. Notice the effects of the morning. And again, seeing how much movement in the torso with breath you can have. So there's lots of detail we could give about breath, but the most important thing is that you're getting oxygen in. Good. And now we'll start to think about having the active inhale in and down, a smooth transition, passivity on the exhale as long as you can, and then add effort to the exhale to make the exhale complete. So we're going for a long exhale. As though on that exhale you were emptying out completely. So seeing if there's passive quality to the breath initially, and then a slight effort that's smooth to empty yourself of breath completely. Hi, Elizabeth. Active inhale, passive exhale. Extend the exhale out to make it complete. And for the next few breaths, count how long is your inhale and how long is your exhale. Say your inhale is about 3 seconds, you'd like to see if your exhale could be 6 seconds, or if your inhale is 4 seconds, exhale 8 seconds. So a long extended exhale. Initially, when you're coming to the practice of breath work, you'd like to add emphasis to the exhale. So we often see these practices where we're really pumping the breath, or doing different practices that really elevate your energy, and that's good, but we want to have a regulated system before we move towards those. So for now, long passive exhales. Really seeing if you can emphasize breath moving in the side ribs and the upper back and shoulders, that area that tends to get stagnant during your workday. Good, and exhale, that's twice as long as your inhale. And as you're inhaling, feeling from low to high, bring awareness to the sensations of the belly, any feelings or emotions present as you bring your awareness up to the chest, and then an awareness of thought, quality of thought, as your breath sort of floats up in front of the face, and then smooth transition to a passive, extended exhale. And just noticing the quality of your attention as we come to this breath. Is it easily distracted? Or are you able to focus in on just 2 more minutes of deep breathing, long passive exhales? It may not be possible for the exhale to be passive, but see if you can make it passive at first and then add effort gently to the exhale to make it complete. Bringing awareness to your mouth and see if you can contain at the mouth with the lips touching, the teeth slightly parted, and the tongue flat and broad on the roof of the mouth. One more inhale, passive at first exhale, and then complete to finish our extended 2-to-1 breath. And then bring your inhale in and let your exhale be passive, and don't make much effort to extend it out. Just find a steady rhythm of breath where the exhale's just a second or so longer than the inhale, and there's smooth transitions. Still emphasizing movement of breath in the back body, bringing vital energy in and cleansing and clearing on the exhale. Good. See if you can keep that breath going as we transition into some questions and answers. This concludes our formal guided practice, but be with that breath as much as you can, continuing to feel as much movement of breath and much movement of the diaphragm down with that breath as you can, as you listen in to the questions that I've been receiving about my 40-day Rhythm in Action yoga therapy program. And the more questions are welcome. Please, if you have been unsure about anything that I've been putting out, it's hard to communicate the totality of this practice that we'll undergo through Instagram and email, but I've been trying. So please ask your questions, and I'll keep up with those and answer them. And even if you can't stay for the Q&A, ask your question, I'll answer it, and then you could come back and watch it, and I'll be sure that you know that I answered your question. So okay. So our first question about Rhythm in Action 40-day yoga therapy program is, why 40 days? So, and why is it called Rhythm in Action? So the reason why I added this emphasis to rhythm in our practice is because when it comes to integrating Ayurveda into your life and applying yoga science to your life, it's all about rhythm. So the rhythms of your breath as we practiced, and then also the rhythms of your life and the rhythms of the day, the month, the season. So we'll take all of that into account in this program to really put in the ideal rhythm into your life. So the practice is undergoes a waving intensity. So you could think of week 1 over here, and we're just gently beginning. So really focused on nourishing, grounding, stabilizing, and working with the nervous system and building some familiarity with the breathing practices. That will be a huge portion of this practice, and breath development, a huge portion of this practice. And then as week 2 starts, we'll start to get a little bit more technical, a little more detailed. I'm going to be really specifically giving all the cues and directions to start your developmental practice. So we'll revisit all of the developmental milestones over the course of the practice. So we'll start at the very beginning and work our way up over the course of the first 3 to 4 weeks. And then in the 4th week, we'll be peaking. We'll be doing things that you never expected you could do while feeling at ease in your body and calm and stable. And you'll have learned all the ways to modify your movements to support your particular injuries or your place in life. So there's lots of details about that. And each of these practices is given in 1 hour, sometimes 102, but it's really designed to fit easily into your life so that you can really undergo this experience of embodied learning or experiential learning, where it's not like I'm talking to your head where you need to be taking notes and need to be, learning like sort of we often think of learning. Through the practices, you'll be learning how, through experiencing and repetitively practicing these particular movements and these particular alignments that ensure that the right muscle is taking the action, and that muscles that tend to over-dominate or are overdeveloped are being softened and relaxed. And so then after week 4, we'll change up our movements and we'll do some different actions that will kind of challenge your body and really peak out our experience over the course of this 40 days. And by this time, you'll be feeling strong and excited for everything that you've been going through. And then we'll go through a really important phase that's often missed in training cycles, which is recovery, which is coming down and feeling fully the experience of what you've put your body through. So this is a waving intensity progression over the course of 40 days. So each individual class goes through this waving intensity, and the program and each individual week goes through this waving intensity, and the whole program as a whole goes through this waving intensity. So this really optimizes the way that your body learns and the natural patterning of your body and the natural patterning of the healing and learning process. So lots of thought and learning has gone into why I designed the program in this particular way. And so by the end of the program, you'll have your body will have recovered, and you'll really be able to reflect on what was a benefit from this program, what you want to carry forward with you, and we'll work through a lot of that together. So all along the way, you have, no matter which pricing option you go with the program, you'll have unlimited emails and email support with me, and there's a daily practice assessment. So you'll go through a series of inquiry questions and reflection questions that will prompt you to kind of really bring conscious what you've learned from each day of practice. So what you've learned about the way that your body moves, your movement patterns, what you've learned about your habits of breath, what you've learned through, the revelations that happen when we really become deeply embodied about our mental emotional patterning. So there's lots of support throughout. I've really put a lot of thought into transitioning, my practice of yoga therapy online. And, we've been in the COVID times for about 6 months now. And, I didn't just hop right on it and sort of start doing things online. I really tried to figure out what would be the best way that I could do this to still serve my clients and still really convey the benefit of yoga therapy, which the difference really in yoga therapy and say a yoga class or a yoga program, or, whether that's live or something that you're finding online, is being seen by your teacher. So a teacher really looking at you, a therapist really looking at you and assessing what is best for your particular nature and your particular condition. All of that is really worked into the course and the course platform. So each day of practice itself is designed to really work for anyone. Okay, I'm going to check for more questions. So there's a different practice each day, and so that means 40 practices that are different. And I recorded all of those practices this summer with particularly making this course in mind. So I used all of the wisdom that I've gathered through my years of study of yoga and as a strength and conditioning coach. So that's a lot where the periodization concepts come from and how the body really is optimally trained. And then, goodness. So what am I? Yoga, strength coach, and then also adding in this developmental movement. So this idea that their patterns of the body are not separate from the patterns of the mind and the emotions, and that if we can revisit and retrain the patterns of the body, it's going to also be working with our mental patterns and our mental habits and our emotional patterns and our emotional habits. And not even that, also our relational patterns. So through the lens of yoga with applied developmental movement theory and these concepts of periodization, I've really, I've given it everything I've got, and I put it into this program to really optimize your time, optimize your effort, and, really see a lot of benefit in 40 days, both through the 1 hour a day practices, but outside of that, really feeling the practice of yoga expand into your day-to-day life in a way that is where the transformation really begins, is when you start to notice and catch yourself in a habit and be able to use the breath to soften the pattern and then make a choice to do something new. So each class, starting in week 2, starts with a little mini lecture where I'm explaining what we'll do and why we'll be doing that and how it applies to your practice and to your life. And then we'll get to it. So there's lots of information inside of this, and it will really be something that connects you deeply to your body and to the experience of what movements are happening. So rather than advancing to poses that we're not ready for will take each step along the way, so that when you get to a peak posture, whether that's in the day or in the program, you're really in it and you're in deep activation, and you've felt all these subtle cues all along the way to be able to really activate and stabilize yourself at a very deep level, connecting to your core. And I often say moving from your center. So that means both that which is most you and your deep core. So the deep stabilizers that we can move away or around through compensation patterns because of injury or life in general. Okay, let me look for this. Is this okay for beginners? Yes, it is ideal for a beginner because you don't already have an idea of what yoga is. You're at the perfect place to just soak all of this up like a sponge and really start from the beginning about not just yoga posture practice, but really the broader scope of what yoga is as a practice and a lifestyle. Is this good for someone who's practiced a lot and who already has a lot of familiarity with yoga, or even someone who's a yoga teacher already? Yes, it is. And this really puts you into a place of beginner's mind, which anybody who's done some study or practice for a little while knows the value of beginner's mind. And so rather than doing it the way that you always do it and getting the same results that you've always gotten, you'll learn how to really deeply embody these poses through a felt sense of being guided step by step through the series. So this is really for anyone who's committed to personal development on the physical, emotional, mental, intuitional or inner authority level, and the relational level. So through this practice, you'll see change in all of those different areas of life. And really more than anything, this course is about wholeness and really supporting my clients to embody wholeness, to really find their deep core self and learn what it feels like to move from that place rather than from all the places we've learned to compensate, move around, avoid that, confrontation or avoid that pain or fear, and really learn to stabilize within all variety of conditions. So it is for these times. All right. What if I can't do all 40 days? What if I miss a day? Well, if you miss a day, you miss a day. But this program is really, it's recorded. All the course classes are already there. And over the course of the program, we're really working together to find a way to work this into your life. So if you miss a day, you miss a day. Maybe you can go back and make it up. You'll have, you'll find that, the more time you make for this, all of a sudden, the more time you have for practice. So if you miss a day, it's okay. You'll be able to access the practice still and make it up. But really, it's part of the program to support you in creating a rhythm to your lifestyle so that you have this practice that you're doing at the same time every day. And this is a huge key for anchoring and grounding, especially during the fall season, which we're coming up on now with all my fall leaves falling. So if you miss a day, it's okay. I'm here to support you, and you'll get back on track. This is really an emphasis that I make throughout the program, is that the most important thing is that you keep coming back to the practice, and you'll learn so much just by making this effort to do the daily practice. So even if you miss a day, you'll learn a lot about yourself and your life and your lifestyle and how to design things or let go of things that are going to support you to do what you mean to do. You'll also get daily reminders. I'm still working on it, but I'm working on daily text message reminders so that you'll decide the time you want to practice, and you'll receive a text message reminder. If not, then definitely via email. Okay, we're perusing for questions. Okay. So what is a corrective strategy and what is myofascial release? And why am I talking about these in a yoga program? So myofascial release is using a tool to release the tissues. And we have this fascia all throughout our body that is deeply connected to our nervous system. So if we want to make changes on the mental and emotional level, we've really got to bring it into the physical and work with changing the patterning of your fascia. So if, say, you've had an injury somewhere and you've learned to protect there, or you just have gotten used to doing your movement in a particular way. So say you cross your legs a particular way, or you hold your shoulder up while you're mousing all day and you don't realize it, through the practices and through using soft tissue work, you'll begin to be able to consciously soft muscles that are holding extra tension. And through letting go of the held tension in the body, you're also letting go of the patterning that is inside of the mental body and the emotional body because of those physical patternings. So this is very profound and amazing stuff. And I never tire of seeing what's possible when someone really commits to this process of letting go of what is old and what no longer serves them. So that will all happen over the course of the program, and you'll learn how to use soft tissue tools to release tension. So over the course of the program and with the practice of yoga in general, it's a compounding benefit. So every time you're practicing and every time your body is learning what it feels like to be in these positions or to release these particular tensions that you're holding, it has a compounding benefit in that, say, that old pain creeps back up again and you're experiencing, say, shoulder pain or pain between your shoulder blades or hip pain, you'll have a point of reference for what it feels like to not be in that pain anymore, but also how to get back to that place that you were. So little by little, you'll begin to kind of become your own healer and be able to adjust your practice as necessary to support what's presenting in your body currently. So if you say have sciatic pain and it flares up again, you'll know what to do to relieve that pain. Okay. I'll just wait for more questions. We'll see. But now seems like a good time to make my bonus announcement. So if you decide to sign up for the program by tomorrow at noon, I probably won't be a stickler about it if it's not exactly noon, but you'll receive a bonus offer of all of the soft tissue tools and then some that are required for the program. So 2 of those things that I will mail to you. So if you sign up, I'll get your address. Pair and tote of therapy balls that can both be used in the tote and not in the tote. And all throughout the program, I'm explaining exactly what to do with these and taking you through corrective strategies. So say you have a postural misalignment in the neck. We'll start there because of developmental movement, and I'll guide you through corrective strategies for getting your head back on your shoulders, as I say. So releasing the back of the neck and then taking action in the new way using your pair and tote. So those will be included, and no matter what, you'll learn how to use them. You can also use tennis balls, but and a sock. I'm a thrifty kind of gal, but these are really better. And this is called a Coregeous ball, and it is used for deep fascial release and superficial fascial release. So it's a ball that's particularly for this, and it's a gripping material that really supports changing your fascial patterns and developing this new way of moving. So often we have lots of deeply held tension in the belly. So if you think about, anytime when you've taken a blow and the belly tightens, that patterning can get grooved into your system. And so consciously relieving that gently with the support of breath and continued practice, you'll see a lot of changes, and this will become your new friend. And then this is the major bonus. You'll get your own percussive massage gun. So a percussive massage gun is something I use all the time. So as you can see, it has this percussing action. And so we'll go through step by step how to use it in all different areas to relieve that habitual tension. So if you sign up, I'll turn this off now. If you sign up by Saturday, you'll get all of that mailed to you by me, and to support you throughout the practice. So you don't have to have the massage gun for the program, but I highly recommend it. And even if you don't sign up before tomorrow, I'll send you a link for a discount on your massage gun. And it, now that I have it, I can't live without it, because it just makes such fast work of what normally takes, quite a little bit of time and body position to kind of work the soft tissue in different areas. You can kind of go right to it with the massage gun. So all of this is sort of the same type of work that you would get from a massage therapist or a body worker that's working on you, but you're learning to do it for yourself. So again, it's compounding benefits over time, and can even start to get, to the point where you're able to give yourself adjustments and if you're in pain, get out of pain again quickly. So all of that will be explained in the course, how to do it, when to do it, how much to do it. All of that is a part of it. So sign up and I'll mail you all that bonus stuff. Okay. So as far as the content of the course goes, this is the pilot program. So this is the first time I'm doing this, and really I'm super open to feedback. If you are finding that you need more support, I'm here for that. I'm so curious about how it's going to go and so excited. It's new for me, but I do have a background in course creation, online course creation, specifically online yoga course creation. And this is just the first time I'm really getting it all together for that to be my course. And I feel really excited about the production quality of all the classes and the content of all the classes. It's really the culmination of my life's work. So I'm so excited to share it and for you all to try it and give me your feedback and make refinements and adjustments. So it's really a process that we'll be undergoing together, and I hope you'll join me. I'll get into a few technical questions that I've been receiving that people aren't sure about how this will be delivered. So the course is delivered through a course outline. I'm using Kajabi, which is really helped me streamline the process. And so you'll be able to get an app on your phone, and you'll have a course portal on your laptop. All of the course content, again, is pre-recorded, so you'll be able to work it into your day and your life and your lifestyle. And all of that will be guided step by step throughout the whole process. So you'll have your own login. You'll be able to access it on your phone, and you'll be able to, if you missed a class, always, access it and go back and check everything out. So you won't get behind if you can't do it at your particular normal time, but have to do it later. It's all accounting for all of that, allowing for all of that, and really designed to help you over the course of the program really put a really practical, really, really supportive rhythm in place. When it comes to a healing process and when it comes to benefiting from yoga, it is really all about rhythm. So creating the environment in your life for healing to happen. So rather than, needing to leave and go somewhere else, leave your life to experience the healing benefit, I really tried to design this so all of sort of the most beneficial things that I found from my process of healing with yoga can be accessed in this 40-day program, and right from your home and from your computer. What if I'm not tech savvy? If you're not tech savvy, I'll help you. If you're able to log into Facebook or using, if you're here, if you've managed to get yourself here or here, you will be able to do this program and navigate the technical side of things. If you need any help or support getting it onto, say your big screen. I'm available via email to help you with that and walk you through that. The train is here. What is the non-social media community group? So within the course portal is where that takes place. And so you'll, right from your course page, be able to click over to the community group. There's place for inquiring about your practice, inquiring about your lifestyle, or just sharing something good that's happening in your life, sharing something funny. And so all of the course participants will be there and sharing their experience and engaging. There's also a place to connect. So we'll have some Zoom socials over the course of the program so that you can meet the other people that are doing the program, meet and talk to me, ask any questions, have some tea together, just like old times. So this is really designed to support you in getting some connection in these strange times and getting off of social media and places that where distraction and overwhelm can be exacerbated. So really getting a lot of the benefit of those social media platforms without the distraction and the unwelcome, fake news or whatever hits you when you're kind of mindlessly on those platforms. So that's all in the course portal, super easy to access, and that's what the community group is. If I can go to a yoga class for $5, why would I pay for this whole course? Okay, well, I've been teaching yoga for full-time for 5 years now. And I've been studying yoga, probably before I even knew I was studying yoga. But so I've been to a lot of different classes and I've been to a lot of trainings. So as a yoga therapist, I've gone through significantly more training than say your 200-hour training. Very specific detail on different conditions, different ailments. And as well as I've been doing this actively with my clients, not just, yoga classes, but this program. So I've seen the struggles that come up along the way. And there's not many programs that go through this progressive development and start at the beginning and take you step by step through all of the foundations of alignment and activation that will be really helpful no matter what kind of movement you do after this. So even if you just become like a professional walker after this, your walking and your walking gait will be so much more efficient and effective, and you won't be causing wear and tear on your joints as you're doing it. You'll really be able to have this deep core stabilization as you're doing whatever you do. So say you're gardening, say you're taking up CrossFit even. So after this, whatever type of movement you do, you'll have a deep understanding of the alignment and activation that's not just important for yoga, but important for life. So this program is taking you step by step with tons of support through that process. So, my experiences with online platforms is you kind of spend as much time searching for which class you should do as you do doing the practice. So this really eliminates all of that wasted time and really helps build a relationship with a teacher, someone who is making recommendations that are specifically for you. And so it can save you a lot of time, really. It's really efficient and effective and just cannot be compared to, say, a donation-based park class or something that is taught by a teacher who's just getting started in this. It's the same as any field. There's teachers that are further along than me that have taught me this, and then I've kind of run it through my own system and my own practice, and I'm sharing with you the best of what I've received from, all of my teachers, which I think are the best teachers. So I really can't emphasize enough that it is really a quite unique program. Well, that's very exciting. Someone told me they just signed up. I'm thrilled. Okay. Thank you, Pamela. Okay, in the family and team option, can I do it with coworkers, and do we have to do it all at the same time? Yes, you can do it with your coworkers. Round them up. and get them together. And no, you don't have to do it at the same time. You'll each be going through your own individual program. There was possibly a group of teachers, school teachers, that were going to join in, and you don't even have to be teaching at the same school. If you get a group together and everyone wants to commit to this, I want to see it happen for you. I designed it for, I also have a group of therapists that are going to sign up and be involved and do this all together to really embody the things that they're teaching and working with their clients on. So it's a great team building thing. It's a great family thing that you could do together. I would even say this could be the best PE program that you could imagine. So I'd say anyone from 11 or 12 up, as long as they can watch the screen and take cues, could really, really benefit from learning all of this information. I can't even explain how beneficial it would have been to me as a student and a student athlete and just a person in my youth to have had all of this information. I could have avoided so much struggle. So it's really for anyone who is looking to become more aware of their body and understand how their body works and really take good care of their body for longevity, living a long time with a pain-free body, with a pain-free walking gait. What is the course portal? So I sent access to pretty much everyone. I have their email to this course portal that has all these live streams, all the live practices, all the practices that I've been sharing via email, and then also the course preparation material. So you got an email with the credentials for that. So you just log in, or if you can't find that, just use the email that you've been using with me and do a forgot password process. And then you'll be able to access the course portal where this live and all the lives that I've been doing are, and all the free practices that I offered are. And even if you're not going to do the course, going there and downloading these practices would be highly recommended, because I've really sent to you the best foundational stuff that I have to get your attention and say, hey, come do this. It's going to help. You'll feel better, all that. So will I be offering this course again? Yes, I will be offering this course again. It's going to become the core of my therapeutic practice. And I really plan for this to be anyone who wants to progress with me or continue to work with me. The starting place will be this 40-day program. So once we go through it this round, though, it won't be there won't be quite as much individualized support. There'll still be lots of support, but this is my first time, so I'm all in with y'all, so that we can make it the best thing possible, so that I can make it the best thing possible for my clients. So I will be offering it again. The plan now is to launch it again and have it start for the new year. So look out for that. If now is not the time for you and you're not ready for this level of commitment, I understand. I'm going to be continuing to make my online offerings more robust. So please keep checking my emails and seeing what it is that I'm up to next. Okay, so that's all the questions we have. Let me see if there's any here. Oh, I'm waving to all of you. Hi, 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 hi. All right. That's it. 43 minutes, pretty good. So if a question comes to you and, I know, we should talk about the investment of this program. So there is 3 different pricing options. So the one that I most highly recommend, and the one that you will really will not be the same after this pilot program offering, is the personalized offering. So that includes an initial assessment with me. So that's a movement screen and an Ayurvedic assessment, and that happens in week 3. So after you've had the introductory sessions, we'll meet either via Zoom or if you're local, in person with our masks, and we'll do sort of the normal screening process that I go through with all of my clients. So this is really to help you bring awareness to your particular movement patterns and your particular movement patterns dysfunction, and get some strategies to work this into your day-to-day life, and a little mini practice that's going to be particularly focused on whatever it is that is most relevant to you. And then over the course of the program, we'll have a weekly check-in call. So every week we'll meet via Zoom. We'll talk about what's happening through the program in your body, how to tweak and refine your lifestyle, and how to get the most benefit out of the course is really to have this one-on-one interaction consistently throughout the process. And then at the end of the course, we'll have another long session, about 75 minutes, where we're going through an action plan. So you got to have an action plan of how you're going to carry this forward into your day-to-day life. And so we'll take what you've learned from the course, what you found most relevant and most helpful, and design a plan to move forward together. So that is what is included in the personalized program, right? Remember, I'm going to show you all the goodies. If you sign up by Saturday, you get all these goodies. And these goodies are helpful. I just hit myself with that. So that's the personalized program, and that offer is included with those. The next kind of tier would be the 40 practices with unlimited access in the community group. And that has 40 separate practices, one new one each day, all access to me via email. And if you want to set up an individual session, I'll give you 50% off on that if you're inside of the course. So it's really, I think, a good deal still, even at the price of $750. So that is for the 40 days. You'll actually have access for 45 days. And then at the end of that, for people that are in the course only, I'll give a special offer for continued access to the course that will be really reasonable. So the personalized program is $1,150 and includes all those one-on-ones, and the individual program is $750. And then the team program, or team or family program, that includes up to 6 practitioners, it's $1,850. And so you can split that up among the people that are participating, and really about 300 each get access to the full program. So if you're a recruiter, recruit your pals, get them in, and do this together. I can't emphasize enough how helpful it will be in really supporting you in your day-to-day life, and giving you a grounding, stabilizing anchor each day. And then, as I've said, really the practice will expand out from there. So if those pricing tiers if you're balking at the prices, please reach out if that's an issue for you. If you'd like to do the program, it really has a lot of value to me at this point to have committed practitioners who are going to really engage with the program. So, we'll figure something out. There's also a payment plan option. So you could break up your payments over the course of 3 months and make this a really doable thing for you. So any sort of payment plan or discount is going to only be offered if you make your insight call and let me know what's up, and then I'll send you the link for that. So if you would like to set up a call, I'll put links in these live chats for signing up for a one-on-one 20-minute call, so that I can speak to how this will benefit you in specific, you and what you have going on. So, all right, I think I've covered it. The content and the 40 practices and the one-on-ones, the technical aspects, how to access the course, what's inside the course, and then also the investment or the pricing. It's all included in this live chat if you're just joining. So back it up, watch it all, and get all your questions answered. I'll add in the page where all the information is, and there's some videos where I'm explaining more about the course. So thank you all for joining me. It's been nice to see all my friends pop up and say hey to everybody. I hope this was informative. And if you come up with any questions as you're looking through the material, please set up your call and let's talk. All right. Hi, Misty. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Super good to be with you in some kind of way.